What format should you buy your music on? In the world of tech, there are a multitude of different audio formats depending on which gadget you play your music on. The big three are vinyl, CD and mp3.
These are the three formats that have the audio boffins arguing, the mp3Gs, waving their annoying little digital devices in the faces of the orchestral soloists who love the supposed warmth of their analogue vinyl. And in the middle, getting all hot and bothered, the CD fraternity, waiting for the whole thing to kick off.
But which format actually sounds best? We went to the Crescent Theatre in Birmingham to conduct our own blind test and find out. We're going to be listening to Money by Pink Floyd, which music aficionados will tell you is one of the greatest recordings ever made.
We'll be using the 2003 remastered version of the track across all three formats. Money is an intricate multi-track recording with great sound effects, and we'll be playing each format through the same high-quality Morden short speakers and Denon sound system.
It was time to don our blindfolds and rely totally on our ears. And first up, mp3.
mp3 tracks are small data files that are compressed for easy download and storage. They're measured by their bit rate. The more bits per second, the higher the quality. iTunes tracks, for example, are generally 128 kilobits, but we found a site, 7 Digital, which has 320 kilobit tracks, and that's what we went for.
Remember, at this stage, we had no idea in what order the formats would be played. Oh, that takes me back.
Is that good or what?
Oh.
Don't you think you could pick out all the instruments?
Yeah, clarity is amazing.
And also, there's a position to the music, don't you think? That the various elements kind of sit on the stage. Then I stuck my fingers in my ears so that Susie could divulge her opinion in secret.
Oh, that was a really great sound. Obviously, it's really difficult to judge on hearing just the first one, but I felt that the sound was really full, had a richness to it, and I'm guessing it might be the CD.
It was magnificent, it was emotional, there was a real colour and depth to that. So, we were both impressed by the clear, rich quality of the mp3. But would our opinions change when we heard the CD? To make a CD, a track is sampled more than 40,000 times per second. Those samples are transformed into ones and zeros, which are represented on your CD as a series of bumps and pits in a long spiralling track. The laser in your CD player reflects back off the bumps and reads each bump as a 0 and each pitch as a 1. If you stretched it out, it would be nearly 5 kilometres long. Difficult.
Again, I thought the sound was really intense. Honestly, I'm finding this really difficult now. Again, that was an amazing sound. I felt really immersed in that sound. That's either CD or vinyl, or I could have number 1 wrong. But I can't tell you until I've heard the third one. But Jason was less convinced.
I was just left with a lack of depth, which made me feel it was the lossy compression that mp3 is famous for. No question about it, it's mp3. Next track. So, on to the last of our formats, vinyl.
Technically, vinyl should be superior as it's analogue. It stores all the information from an audio recording rather than the samples. But can the human ear actually hear that amount of detail?
That just put the cat among the pigeons for me. I thought it was a bigger sound than number 2, but not as good as number 1. Here we go, ready? The third one had a bit more shape, a little bit more sort of fruitiness to the flavour, but I was just left with a lack of emotion.
For me, that sound was a lot thinner than the previous 2 sounds, although it was quite rounded. Actually, all 3 sounds have been excellent. I don't mind listening on any format.
But we had to make a decision which was best. Remember, the number 1 was mp3, number 2 was the CD, and number 3 was vinyl.
My verdict is number 1 had the most raw emotion for me.
Number 1. Ooh, number 1 was to die for. Amazingly, we had both chosen the mp3 as having the best sound.